So in order to talk about Valentine's Day and the pill of love, obviously there are quite a lot in the market and how we're going to differentiate between all of them. There are the first one, which is sildenafil, commonly known as the blue pill, and then followed by various other ones from about 4 years after 1998, and various ones emerged. One of them is actually called tadalafil, the other one is called vardenafil, and subsequently sildenafil, and lastly avanafil. So with that, so many vanafil, exactly how they work. In fact, all of them work similarly. How it works is that with sexual stimulation, it opens up the vessels through something called nitric oxide pathway. In order to reduce degradation of nitric oxide, then there is a enzyme that needs to be blocked, and that is called phosphodiesterase inhibitors. And all these other pills are all related to phosphodiesterase inhibitors. And in order to work out which one works better, in fact, all of them are equally efficacious, and what differentiates all of them is something called pharmacokinetics. There are essentially three things. Number one, how long does it take for it to reach its maximum concentration in the bloodstream and also the receptors? In fact, that determines how fast the drug works. For example, sildenafil and vardenafil works between 30 to 60 minutes. And also the actual tadalafil works between 60 to 120 minutes. And the newer version of avanafil actually works between 15 to 30 minutes. So that will tell you roughly when it will achieve its effect. The other thing which is important to see how long they last for. In fact, all these drugs, only one of them is long acting, meaning that the clearance of the drugs from the body will take about 36 hours, and that is tadalafil, and everything else will actually clear from the body within 24 hours. Obviously, there is side effects associated with all these medications, and commonly all of them are associated vasodilation side effects such as headache, flushing and indigestion. But there are two of them which is a bit curious, is that there's a cross reaction between the PDE receptors. So for example, PDE6 appears in the eye, the retina. So vardenafil and sildenafil, if you take it, you might have side effects of blurred vision or sometimes blue vision. However, the drug tadalafil, if you take it, that has a side effect that is associated with the back pain, and that is associated with PDE11, resulting in backache. As I mentioned before, the only long-acting PDE5 inhibitors is tadalafil. And how does this drug work, and what are the advantages of taking this drug on demand, and whether truly they are what the French say, le weekend, because the drug itself works for 36 hours? Let's find out next week in Putting Dr. G on the Spot.